It's a big deal to me if you don't know. Now you know I'ma change your life. Just put your hands in the air.
What's up, Kansas City? It is Tiffany Berry here. We're at the Convention Center, and today I have with me Bishop Cash out of Knoxville, Tennessee. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
That's good. Well. Thank you. So if you don't mind, inform some of us who may not know what's the name of your church, and just tell us a little bit about yourself.
The church is Bethel Apostolic Temple, located in the Knoxville community. Sort of, it's an inner city church, but primarily in the, I guess, African American, well, more of a diverse community. There are some Latinos and African Americans in the community. The church has been there for 35, 40 years. Founded by an educator, and I, Thomas William, established a church, who was an educator, and when he passed on in '89, I took over the ministry and have been pastoring since that time. I'm originally from North Carolina, attended North Carolina A&T State University, and migrated to the Knoxville area, and there established a family, and been there ever since.
Awesome, great. We're here, we're at the convention, and so you say that you're in a community that has, a diverse amount of minorities. You have Latinos, you have the Black community. Mm-hmm. So with with the church that you attend, the church that you pastor over, what is it that you're doing to give back to your community and to make sure that they are not only living an upright life, but also to where they can accurately function within their community?
Well, one of the things that we have some of the traditional services or ministries. For example, we have a food pantry where we provide food items for those who may run up against hard times, and our doors open to serve the community in that way. We've also have a scholarship program within our church itself. It's called the Rise Up and Walk Scholarship, where we believe that education is the key to many of the shortfalls that we see in our community, and so in many cases people just need a little extra help. And so and then there are other programs that we have annually where we reach out to the community and have giveaways, and we have like a fall bash where we give away food and clothing and invite the community out to celebrate, not asking them to do anything but just come and share with them, because we believe it's so important that we establish a relationship in the community where we serve.
Absolutely, most definitely. Now, by me visiting Tennessee quite often, I've seen a sense of unity in Tennessee. I go to Memphis a lot and Covington a lot. But there's a sense of, unity within Tennessee that I've seen that I rarely see anywhere else. So in your own words, what do you think the difference is between what you do for your community and the lack of what some other churches may be doing in their community? Just not in Tennessee, but, nationwide.
Well, I don't know if I can really speak for the community. Mm-hmm. I take my calling and what God has called me to do, I take it very seriously. Yeah. I believe that those who are in our congregation, watching over them and serving them is something that is taken very seriously. And so that's where my primary focus is. And then secondarily to that is the community, of course, and establishing relationships with other churches that have similar objectives and goals that we have. And so I just believe that charity begins at home.
Yes.
That you really have to take care of your home base and those that you have influence with, and impact their lives in a positive way, and then propagate out from that. Mm-hmm. So that's sort of a personal philosophy and focus that I have. take care of home, and then move out from that,
Most definitely.
from your home base.
And so there's a lot of talk about the black church during these times. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of questions, and there's a saying going around. They're saying that the new religion is no religion. Why do you think that people are saying that they prefer to steer away from religion?
Well, unfortunately, I believe that when we consider what's taken place over the past 25 years, say, when I grew up, I'm old enough to remember when the older members of our church and congregation could speak to us and correct us. And it seems that the generation following that has a different mindset. In other words, if I was corrected by one of the older members of the church, then I knew that I was going to get additional. There's going to be an additional problem when I got home.
Exactly. Most
In
definitely.
other words, so if I messed up in church, if I was cutting up in church, and I was called out by one of the older mothers or brothers, I knew I was going to get it when I get home. Or before I got home, I know I'm going to get it twice. Now, what we have now is, it seems that we have a generation that has the mindset, well, I'm not going to do, my children are not going to go through what I went through. And that's really a mistake, because what happens is now if an older member of the church corrects someone, then the parent gets involved. And then that just messes everything up. And so now you have a generation that seems to not have the respect for the church in general, and those that they just seem to have a blurred understanding of what the church is about. And so now I think that that's at the core of why we have an age that says that this have the idea that there's no religion, and that nothing can be further from the truth.
Right. Most definitely.
So
Is there anything that you would like to say to encourage more churches to get involved with their community, to get involved with the families of their churches, to just get involved on every platform when it comes to the African American community? Is there any encouraging words you would say to those pastors or bishops over those churches?
Well, one thing that I will say, a very wise man has on his business card, a very close friend of mine, I consider a friend of mine, that ministry is a people business. And so we cannot be afraid.
Yes.
We can't be intimidated by the times. We have to be engaging. And just because some things may be difficult, that's no reason not to do them. And so I would encourage all of my colleagues, pastors, to let's reach out more.
Yes.
In a word, let's just even the difficult pieces of this. And when I say difficult, I mean there are some cultural issues that we have to overcome, but certainly not be intimidated by the fact that they can be overcome. We can overcome those difficulties.
And I totally agree.
Challenges, yes.
And I want to thank you so much for your time. Is there anything you would like to say to anyone back home? Is there anything you would like to say to anyone here? Or do you just have any last statements?
Well, it's we've enjoyed ourselves. It's my first time in Kansas City,
Well,
Missouri,
welcome.
and so we've enjoyed ourselves since being here. And I really appreciate your time.
Well, I appreciate you as well. Thank you. It was so
All right.
nice meeting you. Thank you. Hopefully next time I come to Tennessee, I'll be able to visit your church.
All right.
And Kansas City, for more videos, check us out at What's Up Kansas City. Once again, we are with Bishop Cash. And so remember, if you don't grind, you don't shine, you don't work, you don't eat. So make it make sense, Kansas City. Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm IFBB Bikini Pro Cat Williams, and when I'm not working out in the gym, I'm searching the web on Cascade Media and What's Up Kansas City. So make sure you check them out.